Ever wondered why the same tea leaves taste different when brewed by different hands? Well, it's all about the science of tea infusion. This is Chapter 5 of the Masterclass on Tea and Health Benefits, where the spotlight is on the best practices for tea infusion and how factors such as infusion time, water temperature, and leaf-water ratio can affect the flavor profile of tea. Tea infusion is a fascinating process. It's the art and science of extracting flavors and aromas from tea leaves by steeping them in hot water. The quality of the final brew depends on several variables. These include the type of tea, the quality of water, and the brewing method. Infusion time, for instance, plays a critical role in determining the flavor profile of the tea. The longer the leaves steep in hot water, the more flavors and aromas are extracted. But beware, if the infusion time stretches too long, the tea might turn bitter and astringent. Then there's the water temperature. Each type of tea has an ideal water temperature for infusion. Generally, the hotter the water, the more flavors and aromas are released. But if the water is too hot, the tea might lose its subtle flavors and turn bitter. Another crucial determinant of the tea's flavor is the leaf-water ratio. This refers to the proportion of tea leaves to water used for brewing. A higher ratio will give a stronger tea, but if it's too high, the tea can become overpowering. The art of tea infusion is about finding the right balance of infusion time, water temperature, and leaf-water ratio. The aim is to extract the maximum flavor and aroma from the tea leaves without inviting bitterness or astringency. Moving on to the molecular basis of tea flavor, each of the three tools, time, temperature, and ratio, affect the extraction of key flavor compounds, shaping the final flavor profile of the tea. The roles of tea polyphenols, tea-free amino acids, and caffeine are pivotal in building tea flavor. These compounds infuse into water at different times and temperatures. There's also the tea catechin amino acid ratio, or the TC-AA ratio, a metric used to quantify a tea's overall astringency palatability. The video delves into 3 high-risk situations where it's easy to brew a cup of tea with a high TC-AA ratio and how to use the 3 tools of tea infusion to avoid this. In the end, remember that personal preference plays a significant role in optimal tea infusion. How much of tea infusion is objective versus subjective? Is there really a one-size-fits-all approach to tea infusion? The answer, of course, is no. Several factors, environmental, genetic, and those affecting tea type and quality, influence the final brew. So this chapter is an essential guide to understanding tea flavor and how individual tea infusion practices can shape it. Immerse yourself in this fascinating world of tea infusion and discover how the same tea leaves can offer a multitude of flavors.